Hi everyone, welcome back. I wanted to make a video featuring one of my favorite meals. So I love packaged ramen. I love eating it, I love making it, and I make it for a ton of people. And they're always usually pretty impressed by it because when you think of packaged ramen, you think of something quick, something convenient, but also not very tasty, with not much substance. So I wanted to make this video because I grew up eating a lot of packaged ramen. There's 5 kids in my family, so my parents just really didn't have that much time. And so yeah, we always kind of jazz it up with stuff, and I love that it's so accessible. You can find it anywhere. You can dress it up any way that you want. You can basically clear out your fridge and put whatever you have leftovers in your fridge, put it in your ramen and it'll taste good. So I wanted to share with you some of my favorite ways to eat it. We all know that ramen isn't the healthiest treat, so I just wanted to put in a quick word from my sponsor for this video, which is Ritual. We don't always eat healthy, so Ritual helps me kind of fill in the gaps. So we know, even with the perfect diet, it can be hard to get the key nutrients we need on a daily basis. That's why, as you might have seen in my previous videos, I've been taking Ritual. If you haven't heard me talking about them, Ritual helps women and men of all ages fill in gaps in their diet. The reason why I switched to Ritual is because, well, in all honesty, it's just 2 simple pills. Before I was taking a ton of separate pills, and I like that this is just one simple, convenient pill. Ritual is vegan-friendly, sugar-free, non-GMO, gluten-free, and allergen-free. They also offer men's multivitamin, a 50+ prenatal, postnatal, and teen vitamins. Better health doesn't happen overnight, so right now Ritual is offering 10% off your first 3 months. So use my link and my code in the description box. Thanks again, Ritual, for sponsoring this video.
Do it again.
Okay. Alright, so today we are making ramen. But not just any ramen, my favorite ramen, instant ramen. So we're gonna heat up some water. It's kind of like a comfort food for me because I grew up on it and I embellish it a lot of ways. So whenever I make it for other people, it's not what they think of when they think of instant ramen. First, we're gonna grab ramen, and this is the kind that I've been using, Shin Black ramen. You can use any. I grew up on this one that is like a tom yum flavor. Which is a Thai thing, but I always thought it was Vietnamese. And the way we made it at home was we just put Vietnamese ham on it and like maybe sometimes some spring onion. It wasn't too fancy, but I'm just gonna use this for now. This is my favorite, and what you're supposed to do is boil it for, according to package instructions, you're supposed to boil it for 4 minutes, and then you take it out and you add all of the embellishments to it. But the way I like to make it is that I just put it in a pot, like this right here, and then I pour hot water in here along with the ramen, and then just like other things that I want to like melt down a little bit or cook down a little bit, and put the lid on so it kind of contains the heat. Okay, so we have the ramen in here. I'm making porridge, so that's why that's there. And in this, there's the dried vegetables, the powder, and then like the soup base, or the flavoring and the soup base. I'm just gonna pop that all in as well. Whenever I make Maddie this, because this isn't vegan, the soup base, I'll just throw it in miso instead, or I'll put in a flavoring packet, like a vegetable stock in a way. Yeah, so there's some veggies here. To this, I like to add some seaweed because there's never enough greens in this. So I'll add a little bit of seaweed. So a little bit of seaweed right there. You want it a little bit to the bottom because the seaweed will kind of absorb all the moisture and then really expand. You can add some frozen veggies if you want to. This is the organic foursome. Just kidding. Your face. I was gonna add this, but I actually have corn, so I'm just gonna add canned corn to this. Canned corn. I can never finish a whole thing of canned corn, so I always just put it in a takeaway container and then use it later on. But yeah, pop this in. If you're doing frozen veggies, you want to kind of thaw them out separately. So when you pour the hot water in, maybe have another bowl of hot water and then pour your veggies in there and let it thaw out completely and warm up, and then add it in afterwards. My little secret that I like to do is I like to add a little bit of butter, maybe like a tablespoon or something, to the bottom or to the side, and it melts in and it gives this like a cloudy finish, or like a cloudy look, or almost like milky in a way, so it tastes more like a tonkatsu ramen, or like just the mouthfeel is more like a tonkatsu ramen. Yeah. Oh, I should say this. So if you're not gonna do butter, another thing you can do is American cheese. I saw someone do this in Japan. It blew me away because it's American, like Kraft singles, you know? And so I tried it and it's super delicious. So don't knock it until you try it. It's really good. What you do have to do is let it melt completely and then kind of blend it in or mix it in so that it makes the broth more cloudy. A chunk of cheese won't taste right, but once you blend it, like blend everything in, it just tastes so good. Yeah, so just pour it over your ramen. And remember, because we're not cooking it for 4 minutes, we're just letting it absorb the hot water. You want to put a top on top. So if you're just using your bowl, like say you have a bowl like this, if you're just using a bowl like this, then you want to put a plate on top like this and kind of let it, you know, get hot in there and stay kind of hot. And then after a few minutes, you can take the top off and then put it underneath and put your spoon there, all the other things, right? Another thing that I really love is crushed garlic, and I don't have a garlic crusher, so I'm just gonna have to bash it myself. But if you take fresh garlic and you put it right on top, right before you eat, and then you mix it around with your chopsticks, it leaves this really pungent flavor. It's like a super loud flavor, and it's not for everyone, but I love it because it changes the taste of the ramen completely. The flavor lingers for a while, so just be mindful of where you're going to be that night, or who you're going to spend time with, because this garlic's intense. It's weird, when you chop garlic and when you crush it, it has a different flavor completely. When you crush garlic, the oils come out and it tastes different. Yeah, so you kind of want to bash it a little bit so that the oils come out. So kind of like this. Let me mix this up a little bit. It's cute to like compartmentalize everything, because it makes it look, you know, organized, but you also want everything to cook, so you have to let everything sink in. Okay, so we're gonna add in the sesame oil, like that. I'd say about a tablespoon, and some chili oil. For this, I would say about a teaspoon. And then you want to add some sort of vinegar, and I'd say like a tablespoon. And then add your garlic right in the center. And then mix it in so that the hot water cooks it down a little bit, but just a little bit. It's still going to be kind of raw. So this requires absolutely no cooking. The only thing that you had to do was boil the water, right? If you want to take it the next step, I would say add in an egg, like a half cooked egg. You can add some sort of protein into it. You can saute some mushrooms and add that in there. You can put actual spinach or like raw veggies and put it in there, and that would taste really good. But this requires absolutely no sauteing, no other pots and pans and stuff, and it's the perfect texture to me. I like it a little bit more al dente. I like it a little bit more of a bite. Get myself a spoon, try it out, and let you guys know. Let's see. Yeah, the broth is like very oily and creamy. It's perfect. It's so good. And I love the apple cider vinegar, or just any type of vinegar, because it makes it cuts through the fats. Mm-hmm. Mm. And the corn. Mm. Sorry, Maddie, I'll make you a vegan one. All right, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys do with yours. Yeah, let me know what you guys add to your ramen, how you like to eat your ramen, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.